Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and today is the final day, the last day to get some free packs in Hearthstone, as these 8 competitors will be duking it out live on stream to become the 2025 Hearthstone World Champion. There's drops. We're going to be co-streaming it over at my Twitch channel, by the way, twitch.tv/Zeddy, at 7 a.m. Pacific, an hour after this video goes live. We streamed for 10 hours today. There was a ton of Hearthstone. There's going to be a ton more today. We're going to go over the competitors left, their lineups, how the decks have performed, as well as one of the former world champions who got knocked out, and you might have missed out on some free packs because of it. Basically, it's announced their retirement. We'll go over that as well. And if you enjoy the content on the channel, feel like I've earned your subscription, please hit that sub button down below. Give the video a like, because it helps the channel out a lot. So over the past 3 days, we've gone from 16 competitors down to 8 with Definition, Chiansu, Lovestorm, Inkuro, Yanming, Zhao Ti, Maxibon, and Phil, all competing, all qualifying for Final 8, meaning they have a shot today to get to the World Championships. Basically, it's single elimination from here on in. Whoever wins all their games for the rest of the way will become the world champ. Yanming is the defending, reigning world champion, so he could become the first ever competitor to win multiple world championships. It's never happened. Glory came really close to going back to back. He won, I think it was 2021 or 2022, and then he won or finished second the following year. It was really close, but we have not seen multiple champs. So Yanming has a chance to make that history, and 3 of the 4 Chinese competitors, Yanming, Zhao Ti, and Lovestorm, all made it through. China did very well. There's also representation from Asia Pacific, from EU, and I'll represent Americas through co-casting, because nobody qualified. Nobody even had a chance at Worlds. So it's a really interesting field. And if we talked about this before, the meta itself, not particularly diverse. And Discover Hunter, the big winner of this tournament, the most banned deck by far. We've only seen 12 games of the deck, but when Discover Hunter has been allowed to play, it's won 75% of its games. After that, Dragon Warrior, only brought by 2 players, went 3-2, super small sample size, but a positive win rate. Quest Warrior doing pretty well, 20-16 at 55.6. Shaman at 52.2, just 1 above 500 there. Copy Druid in 2 games went 50%. Cycle Rogue was unbelievable day 1. It was like 70% or so. And then day 2, some things happened. Insane might have had a huge miscue that cost him a game, and then he lost 2 more in a row with it. So the Rogue numbers probably should have been better, but overall they're at even. And the big loser, I guess, is not Control DK. I refuse to call it that, but mid-range Death Knight at 16 and 24. By far the worst performing deck, other than the one player Gyu, who brought Protoss Rogue going 0-3, 0%. And Egglock, both players that brought Egglock actually are in the final 8. So you might see more Egglock. And outside of Phil 0-3, he had in his opening round, the deck has gone 3-1. So not too bad. So it's had some variation of stuff. Hunter hasn't been as problematic because he's just banned, and I basically, everyone that hasn't banned it, I feel like has basically regretted it. So we'll see if that continues. But yeah, that's kind of what we're in the looks for of what you're going to see. And basically the majority of these competitors, if we look at the lineups, you know, you're going to see a bunch of the same old, but like I said, Phil and Inkuro both have Egglock, both qualified for the top 8. So there is a tiny bit of variety. But yes, the Copy Druids, the Dragon Warriors are gone, which Fury Hunter brought. And as we'll talk about, Pockettrain won the World Championships, I think 2 years ago, or I guess 3 years ago now. He won Worlds, and he was trying to win again. Things really did not go his way. I think he went second every game in his second matchup, and like almost every game in his first matchup. And if you know anything about the meta right now, going second's a big deal. And also things just did not line up for him. And I liked how it was summed up on Reddit. Do it for him. And you have all these images, as I'll just move over here, of Pockettrain being pretty darn frustrated. Although I will say he seemed frustrated the whole way. I don't know. Usually he's really like focused on point. I don't know if this wasn't just his meta or he's just kind of burnt out, right? He's been a hardcore competitor for a long time, and he did announce over on his Twitter here, disappointed in myself today, but I'm glad it's over. Watching everyone else's games over the last couple days really hit home how much everyone else wanted to be there more than me. Made a bunch of mistakes and deservedly lost 0-2 at Worlds, and basically goodbye competitive career. And I even noted, like, watching him, he was just not playing him as himself. Like, normally he doesn't make mistakes. Pocket's super good, doesn't make mistakes, doesn't show any fluster or frustration, and it was just all there. So sometimes you just got to realize, yeah, maybe, you know, you've accomplished literally everything you can accomplish in Hearthstone, other than being a multi-time world champion, which nobody has done yet, unless Yanming does it today. And yeah, I just got to give him kudos. One of the all-time greats. He's really well revered in the community. I've had some personal issues with him at one point on Twitter, as you know, drama, blah blah blah, but that's all under the bridge, and nothing but, you know, kudos, praise to him. And I wonder maybe he takes a break, maybe he sees that next year's Worlds are back in person at BlizzCon. Maybe, just maybe, he'll get that itch to come back, because I don't know, Worlds doesn't feel the same without someone like Pockettrain in there to try and bring that trophy home. So be interesting to see how things play out. Again, over at twitch.tv/Zeddy, it's going to be another long day. So if you can't catch it like right after this video goes live, you can tune in probably like 5 hours from after this video goes live. It'll still probably be going on. You'll still probably be able to get your drops, and you'll still likely be able to see who will be crowned the world champion. I picked Yanming, and yes, if your competitor that you picked is not on this list, not one of these 8 players, then you, unfortunately, you got a 1-pack. You only got 1 pack. Everybody here gets 2. Then there's the 3. Then there's the 4. And if you happen to pick that winner, then you get the 5 packs from Choose Your Champion. So I'm gonna stick with it. I think Yanming will make history, repeat as champion, but I will say the players I was impressed the most by in the first round, in Kuro, incredibly like methodical, just did not make any mistakes, just really well played. Definition dominated through the first couple rounds. It like wasn't even close, but a lot of that could be draw. Maxibon in there, one of the youngest. I don't know if he's the youngest finalist. I know Gabby probably up there too when he got his high finish a few years ago, but Maxibon, someone to look out for. And yeah, the Chinese field, they are going to lose a player right away with Zhao Ti and Yanming, so we'll have to look out, but it should be really fun. And again, highly recommend you come hang out. If not my channel, somebody else that's co-casting, or the official Play Hearthstone channel. You get the drops wherever. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day, and we'll probably talk about Worlds winner tomorrow and start our year-end recap, which is always a ton of fun. Anyways, have a great day. Stay salty, my friends.